Hey, what's going on, LFE Nation? It's DreamerLFE, aka VKit, here bringing you guys the 9th episode of CosmicPvP Factions on the channel. So guys, if you are curious as to where I am right now, I'm actually at my spawner collection area, which I've shown off a little bit in the past. I actually did my last video's intro here, so the only thing I changed up is I got rid of that last ugly design. Pretty much tried to make it a little bit more pretty, added more chests in case I got some more spawners. And pretty much I have a few banger ideas revolving around spawners and money and all that good stuff, so that's why I am showing this stuff off. So either way, it should be a pretty fire video, man. Last thing I wanted to say is I will be drawing the winner for the hero rank as well as the hero plus rank at the end of this video, so make sure you guys stick around for that. So that will be enough talk for me. I know this intro is already long enough, so without further ado, hop into your favorite gaming chair and enjoy the video. So it's been a very long time since I mentioned anything about the base. I've been focused on sets and stuff like that, and I really haven't given you guys any updates on how this is coming along. First things first, if I do /F top money, we could go ahead and see that we're not doing the best here. We are on 3rd place, which 3rd place is pretty good. I think it's F top wealth actually if we do it by spawner value. Yeah, so we are in 2nd place right now. This is our faction that has all these spawners, which is gummy bears. So we are pretty much halfway behind best EU, so we gotta make sure we get up there. But something else, I know you guys already saw the blaze room basically where we had the big design with all the clouds and everything. So that's nothing new, but what we haven't talked about yet is if I go to my home snowman right here, this is the spawners that I have so far, and I'm really slacking behind all my other faction members. I only have 4 snowmen, and I do have 100 IGs that I put in yesterday, but even then I'm not making too much money. If I go ahead and go back down to where I sell, this is pretty much the only snowman souls that I have, and the iron has gone quite a bit higher since I last looked at it, but even then this is nowhere near the kind of money we should be making. Now I am sure we all probably know about custom blocks. If I go ahead and type this here and head over to chunk specific blocks, basically we have gas totems which increase the gas kill chunk amount by 25%, and we could have 8 of these. We also have soul lures which we could have 4 of, which increase the snowman soul drop amount, and we even have stuff like leviathan totems, which is pretty new, that increases the chance of better drops or at least double drops from anything in the chunk. So there's a lot of ways we can maximize the efficiency of the chunks that we have. Now if you weren't aware already, I have this chunk and this chunk, and I don't even have my first chunk maxed out like I showed you guys earlier. So hopefully what I could go ahead and do in this episode is try to get some more spawners, especially get some more totems, and try to see if we can max out the efficiency on that, because I do want to start making tons of money, so hopefully we can make sets a little bit easier than it has been in the last few episodes. So guys, I'm not going to kid myself. I know that if I want to make a lot of money, selling these snowman souls and selling all this iron right here really won't do any good. What I could probably go ahead and do instead is, I know I hate to say it, but I could probably CF a little bit. Now I really don't CF. If I actually go to my CF stats, I never CF because I always have really bad luck. If we look right here, I actually have a total losses of 19 and a total wins of 10. And even though it's not a lot of money, I never really resort to CFing. But if I want to max out every single thing in this chunk by this episode, which is probably still going to be near impossible, I want to at least give it a shot. So I think that's going to be my only way. So what I might go ahead and do is sell everything that is in these chests so far, see how much money I'm at, and then God forbid I lose a bunch of CFs, but we'll probably go ahead and do that next. So after all that selling, guys, I only made about $20 million. Now here's the thing, if I do /BAH, I don't know if there's anything on there, but yeah, books like Shadow Assassin, even though I don't need them, and like the really pricey books are usually well over $20 million, especially stuff for like sets and stuff like Poltergeist 3, Tombstone 10. I know Tombstone 10 sells for like 70 million. So if I'm not even making enough in one day that could buy one book, something's probably a little bit off. So if I learned anything about Cosmic, is that you risk all your luck on CF, so I'm going to do the intellectual thing and CF $20 million. So I'll go ahead and hit the CF right here. Now I'm thinking we do it on white. I heard white is pretty lucky, and frankly I'm just going to go for it. There's no point not to do it, man. If I lose this CF, the problem is I lose all my money that I made overnight. So hopefully someone takes that relatively soon. I don't want to lose that money. If I win, I'll probably keep going. If I lose, I'll probably keep going as well. I'm pretty sure this is how addiction starts, but either way we need some money, so I gotta make it happen somehow. And it looks like someone just took it right here. I'm not gonna hub on him. I'm not that guy. But I'm feeling a little bit lucky. It looks like this guy, oh, this guy is $7 billion, man. He must know what he's doing, dude. Please don't make me lose. Oh, we won. Dude, let's go. So with the tax on that, I'm pretty sure I went ahead and won $39 million. So at least $19 million back, which is about 10 IGs. So I feel like a smart person would say, you know what, man? We profited today. Let's just keep it going, but we gotta keep going for it, man. This is how we make our money. So I'm just gonna hit some 10k CFs, try to lose them. That's at least what my good CF friends do. They just do a bunch of 10ks and then try to go back and do some big ones. So maybe we could win another one. I know our luck with like heroic books is really bad, but maybe CFing is where it's at, man. Maybe I'm a CF god this season. So on that, I just lost a 10k. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is CF $5 million. I'm thinking like 5 mil is the way to go and just kind of like exponentially grow. So if I lose a 5 mil, go ahead and like hit a 12 or so. If I lose a 12, maybe like a 30. And I don't think I would lose like 7 times in a row. Like I feel like you have to be really, really unlucky for that. So going ahead and spinning again, my boy right here that beat me last time. And yeah, we just won again, dude. Let's go. I think now I'm going to go ahead and CF 10 mil because I'm not feeling too confident in my winning abilities on this one. But I'll probably go ahead and hit it with white once more on 10 mil. Not too much money, but just enough to the point if I profit, I'll be happy. And if I don't profit, I'll be not too upset. So my man's Jack Bongo is going to take it once more here on a 10 million CF. Hopefully we win this. If not, I'll probably bump it up to like a 22, I'm thinking. That way I get some money back. But now it looks like we won that again, man. I think we started at 217. Now we're at 248. So that's pretty pog. So guys, on the black market auction, I actually saw Solur sell a little bit earlier for $160 million. So because everything's so expensive, there's a little bit of a reason why I don't have a lot of this stuff maxed out yet. But if I go ahead and check my /CF stats right here, we could pretty much see that I ended up winning $33 million and only lost about 30k. So I know these are like child's play numbers, but I want to go ahead and stop CFing just for a little bit because I normally don't win CFs and I am pretty happy about that. Now to make a little bit of more money, if I go ahead and do /XP, you could either see it there on the side of my screen. I actually have 27 million XP. So with all that, since XP is on the market for a crazy high amount right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is sell that for about $50 million. So hopefully by the time I'm back, we should have about $300 million in our account. And I may even go ahead and grind a little bit more depending on how I'm feeling. So either way, we should have quite a bit more money when we are back. And hopefully at that point, we can invest a little bit more into our spawners. So guys, we made it to the very next day. And I know I promised you guys that I'd have $300 million, but for some reason I have $3 million. And if you're wondering why, this explains it a little bit. Basically, I added a more room for more spawners. And the reason why is because the market of XP, like I mentioned earlier, is crazy high. I pretty much had the ability to buy a bunch of spawners by grinding overnight, plus a little bit of loans from the faction. So if I go ahead and enter my PV17, we can see that I have 50 iron golems in here, 50 more iron golems in here, 50 more iron golems in this one, and the last 50 right here, as well as about 15 or 16 snowmen in my last PV. So all together that equals out to I think 200 IGs as well as 15 snow golem spawners. So the power of loans as well as the power of XP grinding, man, got me so much money. Literally with level 10 pets plus 5 times XP boosters plus an infinite blaze grinder with a bunch of treasure chests makes you so much money. And I kind of wish I realized that sooner, but either way, hopefully I could go ahead and place all 200 of those spawners and maybe time it for about an hour. I want to wait overnight to see how much money I get, but since I don't have enough time for that, I'll probably just wait for an hour or two, see how much that makes, and then multiply it, see how much we get in approximately 24 hours. But I am really happy about that, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is place these up there and then hopefully go ahead and see how much money we make. Alright guys, so first things first, y'all already know what time it is. We have to go ahead and place these IGs here. So if I go ahead and place this one, you guys can see we have 50 here, 50 here. And I'm just going to put all these inside of here. Hopefully we can get this maxed out looking good as possible. Now I still don't have any Leviathan totems or anything like that. I probably might invest in that next. I know I wanted to do a video showing off totems and trying to see the difference of money it makes, but that's probably going to be a little whiles away. But either way, man, all these IGs being placed in here is the most satisfying thing that I've probably ever done in a good while. And clearing out this first PV, I'm going ahead and placing all these here, looking to be, I think, 50 about now. Yeah, so let's go. Basically, this one chunk right here is now maxed out with at least the IGs, hopefully soon the snowman, but this one chunk should be working wonders now. Basically, with this snowman being here, it's probably best to put our next snowman right here. So if I go ahead and place all these IGs right here, we're now up to a point where we have multiple chunks working in our favor. So that's really cool to see. Originally I actually had one chunk just because we had a bunch of complications in the box. So now that I have this, I should be making at least double the money. Especially, I know I keep mentioning it, but especially if we keep adding those totems, man, we gotta get that happening. But 36 in this chunk already, and we still have so much more to go. So I'm just gonna pull all these out of the PV, man. Get this maxed out, looking hot and looking spicy. Down to 44 now, and if I add these last 6 here, making it 50. Now we have another max iron golem spot here. So of course, let's go ahead and run up the next bit of spawner placing. Now, something I want to mention is the last time I sold, I know I sold on a camera a little bit ago, or at least off camera, but told you guys I made about $20 million. But if I was able to get a bunny mask plus stronghold plus all that stuff to get the most money possible from our spawners, we should be making way more than 20 million per 100 IGs. And with that being said, pretty much if we were able to get even 30 million from each 100 IGs, that's going to be over 100 million a day if we include our snowman, which is really awesome. And speaking of which, we also got that maxed out. So finally what I have to do is max out this chunk of IGs, and then finally put snowman right here eventually, but max out this little bit of snowman right here too. So guys, I know the most satisfying part is placing these snowmen, but unfortunately I forgot to hit record on there. But either way, if I go ahead and click this right here, you guys can see that I have 20 snowman spawners. So with them selling at about 10 to 11 mil per, that is about $200 million worth of snowmen. And every single stack of these IGs is 50 million each, or I think 100 million each actually. So all together, this chunk right here is going to be $500 million, and this one's going to be another 300 million. So all together, we're looking at about $800 million in total for both of our chunks. So what I'm probably going to go ahead and do next is obviously try to max out these little snowman spots, because I want to get that maxed out as soon as possible. What I also might do is go to my sell room down below, pretty much go ahead and sell everything that I made overnight, put on a timer for an hour or two, see how much money I make from that, and hopefully it is a big difference as compared to what it was before. So I'm not too sure if I'll do anything in between there, but if I do, it should be pretty cool. And yeah, either way, let's go ahead and see how much money we make, and hopefully it's a lot. Alright guys, another thing that's happening right here is basically my faction member sold me this Planetary Deathbringer 3 on my chest plate. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw him everything. He also has an enchanter pet. And dude, at such a high percentage, the chance of that not working is so crazy. Oh, it duped. No way, dude, that's awesome. Let's go, man. And I got another one. Dude, that's so crazy. This guy is good luck, man. Bro, I appreciate it, man. GG's. At least we have one chest plate enchant that's worked, man. Godly Overload 1, but Plat 3, dude. What I'm going to go ahead and do is check how much stuff I got after about an hour. So this is what it's going to look like on the snowman souls right here. So about 3 stacks of souls, which doesn't sound like a lot, but with all these selling, I think for over 200k per stack, it isn't that bad by any means. Now if I go ahead and head over to my iron, something that makes me a little bit worried is that this lamp isn't lit up. And basically when these lamps light up, that tells me that there's something in this chest. So looking in here right now, it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, and about 4 dubs of iron there. And on this side of things, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit of the 5th one filled. So pretty much what that's telling me is this is how much money I've been making in an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw all my money, try to see how much money I made, multiply that by like 12 and 24 to see how much I'd make overnight and in a day. And then I'll let you guys know how OP that many spawners actually is. So you guys already know I have to rock the gold chain, get that extra 2% sell bonus. And the first thing I'll go ahead and do is if I pull this out right here, hit it with a /sell hand. And this is really with no stronghold or anything, so it looks like I made about 700k strictly off snowmen in about an hour. And if I head over to all the iron here, we got quite a little bit here. if I sell all this right here, maybe I'll be at 8 million. And yeah, so it looks like I'm at 8 million. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the math on that and see how much that makes me. That does look like pretty good numbers, especially compared to what we had before. So guys, if I hit you with the math on that, I just pulled out the calculator and did it. So overnight, we're making $96 million, around 96 million, actually a tiny bit over that. So $96 million in 12 hours. And if we multiply that by 2, once again, for the whole entire day, we're making $192 million a day, which is really insane. It's definitely a lot different than the $20 million I was used to before. So making about $200 million a day for myself is really going to help me out. I'm probably going to keep focusing on spawners for a little bit. Try to get that maxed out as soon as possible, because as soon as I get all these snowmen here, all the snowmen here, and all the soul lures, I'll basically be able to make so much money that sets will be a little bit easier to make, because as you guys know and as I mentioned before, my ancient set armor will not be maxed if I keep missing the books like I have been doing, or keep messing up on the books. So I definitely need to be able to afford those somehow, and this is really an awesome way. So guys, unfortunately that's going to be the end of the episode for today. I do appreciate you guys for watching, but I'm not going to go back on my promise. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick the giveaway winner right now. So the way I'm going to go ahead and do that is I'm going to go on an online comment picker, pretty much just roll the comments, roll something random, and if I happen to have a comment that's picked that said their IGN, as well as put hashtag LFE Nation, I'm going to message them in game, tell you guys the winner, and make sure that they get the hero rank and the hero plus. So let's go ahead and do that. So basically guys, just to make sure you guys know that I'm legit, what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you all the whole process. So basically I went on a comment picker site, put in the link for my YouTube video, and now I'm going to click this button right here, get YouTube comments, and the first one that pops up here, I'm going to go ahead and raffle and pick a random winner. So if I go ahead and hit start, hopefully we get a good winner here, someone that's going to need it, and it's going to be, looks like Rooch Boy. So he has Rooch Boy and hashtag LFE Nation. So if that is your IGN, make sure you message me in game, or I'll message you, and I'll give you the hero rank and the hero plus rank. Congrats, man, and I hope you put it to good use. Now, if you guys didn't win, don't feel bad. I actually really enjoyed doing this giveaway, and it wasn't too expensive. So what I'll go ahead and do is keep doing giveaways in the future, so make sure you guys stay in tune for that. But like I said earlier, I'm going to end off this video here. So make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, as well as hit that bell for notifications. And I hope you all have a wonderful and great day. And as always, dream on.